Here yet again with the best truck camper manufacturer in the world. This is the 2025 Northern Lite 9.6 limited edition. Let's go check it out. So starting on the outside, let's talk about what makes this the best. First off, we've got a two-piece fiberglass clamshell. That means there's only one seam around the whole exterior, way less chances for water intrusion. Like with the traditional travel trailer or truck camper, where you have a seam on every corner, that's hundreds of seams. Before they cut the holes out, you could float down the river in one of these like it's a boat, because it's made out of fiberglass. It's got a marine grade gel coat on the exterior. And now this one that I'm showing you is the limited edition. That's the top trim. So we've got all the fix-ins. We've got two awnings, exterior speakers, things like that are part of the limited edition. There's also 600 watts of solar up on the roof. We've got two 20-pound propane tanks in this compartment right here. Let me show you what that looks like. And here's a look at the underside. So this, the 9.6, is like the 811. So if you've seen the 811 video, if not, I'll put it right here for you. It's like the 811, almost the same size, except the hips at the back are different. So the 811 is designed for a short box, so you get longer hips, more storage here, and the generator compartment on the other side is down here. Whereas in the 9.6, the hips are quite a bit shorter, so this can slide all the way in to an 8-foot box. This one, your battery compartment's here, and your generator compartment is up here. Like so. Now the 9.6, you can't install it after the fact, at least it's not prepped for it. I'm sure you could work it out, but from the factory, you can get it with a 3,200 watt Honda propane generator. There's a better look at the side here. Like I said, we've got the black decals. You can still get the chrome decals, which get a gray carbon fiber look as opposed to the black carbon fiber look. Got your Carefree awning with the LED strip there. Another Carefree awning on this side. This one has arms, the other one is armless. We've got this massive rear deck. This is standard on everything now. We've got the flip up steps. Those go up like so, and the reason this is all covered in cardboard is to protect the third step, which flips out. So when I flip these down, you can take off the third step and add another one down there, but we're so close to the ground, I can't do that for you right now. We've got your ladder up towards the roof there, and on this side, we've got all your services, your outdoor shower, hot and cold, city water fill, electrical connection. Over here, we've got your potable water tank fill, cable connection, and your water heater. Now underneath, all your tie downs are tied into the jack mounts super well. They're not corner mounted like on the very edge like you would see in some of the traditional build truck campers. They're actually mounted in an L shape with a super thick metal bracket. There's your 7-pole plug right there. Now this thing has a heated basement. So all the heat from the furnace is dumped into your basement. Here's your poles. Take a look at all that. So then it rises up from there. When it's in the basement, it's heating the tanks, it's heating the floor. So you wake up in the morning on a cold day, you've got a nice heated floor. That's pretty handy. That's why these are the lightest true 4-season truck campers on the market, because you can use this, and I have customers that use these all year round, even here in Canada, where sometimes it's -40. Now at that point, you want to take the water out just to be safe, but they stay nice and toasty. As you can see here, we've got this removable step up top to access your basement storage here, which comes with a super long rotocast bin. And that whole area is heated as well. So you could put, skis in here, snowboards, fishing gear, whatever you want to put in there. It won't damage anything because you're in this sealed container. So wet stuff can go in there and it'll stay heated. And then we've got an open storage compartment here, which hopefully I can show you a little bit. There you go. That goes all the way back. Next up, beside the ladder, we've got a backup camera. Got a little campground light. And if I climb up the ladder, I can show you how well sloped this roof is. There's your 3 solar panels. You can see your Hecky skylight up there. That's actually used as a secondary fire exit for when you're in the bedroom, so you can climb out of that and come climb down the ladder if you need to. Now, like I said, there's only the one seam around the outside, so aside from where, you know, utilities are cut out of the roof, there are no seams up here, no seams on the corners for water to get into. Water just beads right off the side. So, the cool thing, we've got upper and lower windows in your door. Now, there's a sale sign in the way here, but this window gives you fantastic visibility out the rear from your truck through that window up there. Then you've got this upper window. Both have Lippert thin shades. And you got some Canadian geese there. Why? Because these are Canadian built. Very important, especially nowadays with what's going on. Built out in Kelowna by Canadians for Canadians. Directly to the right of your entranceway, we've got your battery disconnect, your fire extinguisher, your awning controls here, your solar controller, a little storage compartment. This is a new addition from 2024, I think. Before, this was just kind of lost space in there. We've got the GREYSTOKES stain in here, so that's stained white oak. And then above your solar controller, we've got your wardrobe. Little hanging space there. Carpeted roof, which makes for a really quiet interior, which you can't really tell because I got to keep the door open to let some light in, but it's nice and quiet in here. Little radiant heat vent in there to stop condensation from forming inside this cabinet. Super solid metal hardware, really thick, solid wood doors, not paper wrapped. A lot of people look at these, think they're paper wrapped. They are stained. It's stained white oak. Super nice cabinets. This one, we've got the gas electric fridge. You can option them with a 12-volt fridge now, which is the way that everything seems to be going. Across from your fridge, we've got your bathroom. So we've got this mirrored door. Hey folks, it's me. Sorry, not included with purchase. Sliding door. Now the 9.6 only comes in a wet bath. You can get the 8.11 and the 10.2 in a dry bath, which basically separates the toilet and the shower with a little nub and flips where the doors are. 9.6, only a wet bath because of the size of the hips there. Plenty of space in here. Let me step inside. I'll try to show you as best as I can. We got a medicine cabinet right here. Hey, it's me again. Little medicine cabinet. Max air fan right up there with a light. A place to put your towel. And then we've got your shower curtain rail up here. So you can see that wraps all the way around to protect your door and stop water from getting out underneath. And then you've got a good amount of foot space in here. We're a size 10.5 boot, so you got lots of room. Over here we've got your sink, toilet paper holder, and then here's maybe an okay view, hey, of the seating position on the toilet. Lots of room. Continuing on inside, we've got the face-to-face dinette in this one. The limited edition gets a sapele wood table. We've got the black leatherette in here. Now when you get the U-shaped dinette, which you can do in the 9.6, you can get a U-shaped dinette, goes around the back, you got a smaller table, does take away a little bit of space from your bathroom, which you can see has a matching leatherette headpiece here. Max air fan, rain sensing remote max air fan in the middle. There's your remote, so you can take that up to your bedroom, control it from your bedroom. We've got a clock, your monitor, AC controller here. And we've got reading lights with USBs on both sides of the dinette and on both sides of the bed. We've got acrylic thermal pane Dometic windows with blackout shades and screens to keep the bugs out when you have the window open. Look at that beautiful sky out there. What an amazing day. Matching leatherette valance for your window. This is the Dream Dinette, so it's super easy to put down. You just flip this, push down on the table, and it turns into a bed. When it's in bed mode, it's 74 inches long, so it is pretty comfortable for shorter stays or for shorter people. I raise the dinette back up and put this little lever in place. There you go. You can also undo this knob here and you can slide the table back and forth. So if one of you is skinnier than the other, you can push the table towards the skinny one. Underneath here, we've got speakers and intakes, as well as some radiant vents for your furnace. Down here, we've got a little shoe garage. A lot of people put just a little container in there to store whatever you want to store in there. Underneath the dinette on this side is a 5-piece drawer with a hardwood front, 75-pound drawer slides, and then on the other side, over here, service access down here. Your water heater, your pump, all the things that you're going to need access to at some point in the future. And they've even taken the time to kind of route the edge, sand the edge of this plywood so that you don't get slivers. It's very soft, and that's, you know, that's thoughtful. I really like thoughtful design, and Northern Lite, they do stuff thoughtfully. Also, these cushions are super high quality, very high density foam, very thick leatherette on the bottom, and a little bit more supple on the top. You can get it in a few different colors. And if you get the special edition or the Sportsman, you get it in cloth and you don't get a sapele wood table. In between your kitchen and your dinette, we've got a little silverware drawer down here, but you can take the silverware part out and just use the rest as a drawer. It's only about maybe 2 inches thick, or deep rather. So not a lot of stuff you could put in there other than silverware, but you can figure that out. Got your flooring here, which you might have noticed there's a little cardboard runner on the floor and some carpet. This carpet is fully removable. It comes with the camper, so if you want to use the carpet, you can, but it is fully removable if you just want to have your vinyl flooring. We got lots of storage. Got a little acrylic window polishing kit, some doodads, bits and bobs. Another drawer here, and a little sponge flip out up here for your sink. And a super big drawer for your pots and pans or whatever else you want to put in here underneath your oven. Remote control for your Happy Jacks right here. A few more goodies in there like remotes. Then we've got your oven, or bread box rather, since you can't do much in there other than maybe bake some cookies. Moving up, let me give you a wide angle here. There's a good look at your kitchen. We've got this cutting board material sink cover with rubber feet on it, so you can put it on top of the glass 3-burner stove top and reclaim your counter space when you're using the sink. Big stainless steel sink with a pull-out faucet, so you can spray it with your faucet. Here's your stove again. We've got a range hood that actually does vent outside, which is really nice to see. Another window. And these windows are awning style, so you can push them out to wherever you want, and they'll just stay there. And so long as it isn't raining sideways, if it's raining a little bit, it's just going to slide right off the end. Then you give it a good pull back in, flip the latches, and you're back to normal. Now, fit and finish in here is incredible. When we bring in Northern Lite product and we do a pre-delivery inspection, like we do on everything that we bring in here at El Dorado, they cost us less than anything else because they come right from the factory. All the piping, all the fit and finish is really nice, and then everything's already been tested. So 99% of the time, everything in this unit already works, and we don't have to submit very much in terms of warranty claims. Microwave comes standard in the limited edition, optional in the special edition and the Sportsman. The air conditioning is also optional in the special edition and standard in the limited. Bluetooth AM FM radio here, charging station to keep your stuff charged. So we got USB there, 12 volt here. Then we've got a GFCI outlet and a color matched oak storage place here for, you know, remotes or whatever else you want to put in there. There's also a color matched towel rod right here, paper towel roll holder, whatever you want to put there, you can, and it's color matched. Last but not least, in the kitchen, we've got your little water heater control right here. Switch it between electric and gas, and your reset light. Now, on the way up to the bedroom, we've got this window. No, it is not a pass-through window. The reason that I've heard from Northern Lite that they don't put one in is because they've tested them a million times, and you can either put one in that doesn't open wide enough to be useful for anything, or you can put one in that does open wide enough and it leaks. So, give and take, I'd rather not have water incursion in my truck camper, so I'll take the non-pass-through window. Moving into your bedroom, we have a full-size 80-inch long queen mattress, nice and thick, with a vent system on the bottom so you don't get mold or mildew. Oak trim the whole way around your bedroom. A little accordion door here to shut out the light or shut out your guests if you've got someone staying on the dinette. Here's a quick little look at the interior. There's your air conditioner right there. One more note, these are wider than pretty much everybody else. All the real competition, they're wider. No slide, but your hallway's super wide. You get a ton of space in here. Keeps the center of gravity nice and low, so they handle amazingly on a truck. You barely even know that they're there. Now back towards your bedroom. On the right-hand side, we've got a little speaker here, speaker on the other side as well, a TV, 12-volt TV, so you can run that off your batteries. And you can put lithium in the battery container. You just have to make sure they have a battery management system, so don't go cheaping out on your lithium. Almost all of them do. A little bit more power in there, and some access to your cables and wiring, which is nice. It's just nice to have access to those things, plus a good amount of storage. Now we've got a vent right here to allow air to pass through the space here so that you don't get condensation or mold or mildew buildup in this big storage compartment that's on both sides of the bed. Tons of room in there. We've also got windows again with the screens. They open awning style and they have a blackout shade. Reading lights with USB ports on them. A matching black leatherette headboard. And then the same storage compartments on this side. Like so. Now the one thing that is different on this side is that we have a hanging wardrobe. Places to put your hangers there, and enough room for you to hang some shirts, plus fold some stuff or put a little bin down at the bottom. It's a very, very deep. This little piece of paneling here is a foot. And then the very last thing in the bedroom is your Hecky skylight. It's got a blackout shade as well as a bug screen. Or you can have that open and let the beautiful morning sunlight in, or be able to keep an eye on the stars. It opens up all the way. You can squeeze out of there, or you can just let the air come through, turn on your max air fan at the other end of the camper, and get a beautiful breeze blowing through overnight, so you don't have to run your AC. Locks into place. It also has a couple different settings, so you can lock it up just a little bit more, or you can open it up all the way. And that's it for the inside. That's the 2025 Northern Lite 9.6 limited edition. It's the middle child between the 811 and the 10.2. Thanks for watching. Call this number right here if you want to get yours. I have one left until September. I'm Evan, and I'll see you next time.